Have you ever started the day and felt like you were already exhausted and not really sure why? Maybe it's the end of the day and the kids are tucked in bed and you finally have a moment to sit down on the couch and relax, only to wake up an hour later. You didn't even realize you had dozed off. We run so hard every single day, and we try to get to bed on time and get the sleep that we need. But somehow it never seems to be enough. Hey friends, this is Suzanne, and you're listening to the Daily 15. Today we're talking about how you can create a daily rhythm of rest for yourself and not wake up so exhausted every day. Now, I have been practicing a rest day once a week, or at least trying. I'm not perfect at it. But I try to take one day a week, typically it's Sunday, not do any work, limit my housework, my computer work. I don't read emails. I don't respond to text messages. I just try to take a moment for myself, be present with my family, and do things that recharge my batteries. Now listen, I know that's not easy, and it took me a while to get in that pattern. And even recently, my husband and I had a conversation that we need to get back to that we have kind of let that habit slip, and we're using Sundays as a catch-up day when we really need it as a rest day. But taking an entire day from work to just do things that you enjoy and recharge your batteries can feel really daunting. And to be honest, I didn't start out with a whole day. But as I have practiced it, what I've learned is that sometimes that day is not enough, that it doesn't really leave me as recharged as I need to be. And what I really needed was a daily habit, a daily rhythm of rest. But what does that look like? Well, today I want to share a few things that I practice that I think will be helpful to you to create some habits within your day that give you a moment of rest, a moment to breathe, a moment to, reorganize your thoughts and your feelings and just pause. Does that sound good? Grab your coffee and let's get started. So the first thing that I think is really important in setting this rhythm of rest for a day-to-day lifestyle is a moment of quiet in the morning. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, I have kids. I have to get ready for work. I have to get everybody out the door. I have to pack lunches. It's a little chaotic. I know. And if you've been around for a while, you know I am not a morning person. It is not my thing. But having a quiet morning routine, even if it's just a few minutes, helps me set the tone for my day, helps me to stay focused and clear-headed and know what I need to do. So what does that look like? For me, it looks like getting up just a few minutes early. I'm not a morning person. So when I say getting up a little early, I'm not talking about 30 in the morning. I'm talking about 15 minutes. Maybe it's setting the alarm for 15 minutes early. Just a few moments of quiet before the day gets started helps you set your heart, mind, and soul in a better space. Listen, we can't control our days. We have no idea what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to get to the kitchen and find kids who can't find that one shoe or sock or that piece of homework that they need or their laptop cord, earbuds. You get the point. There's a million things that we can't control. But starting our morning with just a moment of solitude, of gratitude for the day, maybe just stretching your body, not a workout, but just a simple stretch. Maybe some inspirational reading. Maybe even drinking a hot cup of coffee. Just something to give you a pause in the morning before you start running into all the things that you have for your day. can really make a difference. But we're talking about a daily rhythm throughout your day. Simple, short activities that you can start to slip into your day to create that rhythm of rest. Now, if you wear any kind of smartwatch, you usually have a goal for movement. And most watches will give you a little signal if you've been sitting too long. So the next habit that I have added into my daily rhythm of rest is a 5 to 10 minute break from my desk to get up, to move around, to get a few extra steps in. I usually leave my office and head to the kitchen and back. It gives me a couple sets of steps to go. Get those extra steps, just move, kind of clear my head. Maybe if it's a nice day out, get outside and just walk around your house 1 time or 2 times. Anything that you can do to add a little bit of movement into your day and do this each hour of your workday is going to help you to reduce stress, to regulate your body. It'll help you calm your breathing, and it will really add to that rhythm of pausing and resting. It doesn't have to be any heavy-duty exercise, just 5 to 10 minutes to take a break. This is also a great spot to do a little stretching, do some neck rolls and shoulder rolls, anything simple to move your body, get your blood flowing, and break that stress level from working and thinking so hard. Lunchtime is the perfect time to get a little bit more movement in your day. Blocking off some time at lunch is a great option for getting extra movement in. And there's something about taking a 15 or 30-minute walk in the middle of the day, especially when you've had a tough morning and you're working on hard problems. It really can help you clear your head, get a little clarity, maybe even think of a new idea that's going to help you move that problem forward, solve it, or come up with a different solution. The other thing about lunch is you have to take a break at lunch. It's so easy to skip lunch altogether or eat your lunch at your desk and you're just mindlessly eating. You could sit there, keep working, and have no idea what you ate and have no idea if it even tasted good. So using your lunch break as a pause for that daily rhythm of rest is so helpful. First of all, slowing down and paying attention to what you're eating is going to keep you from eating too much and being too full. And then having a little movement is going to give you some aiding digestion. It's going to help with the afternoon sleepies. As you're digesting your food, your body's working really hard. But if you've had a little movement, it's going to help you stay awake and avoid that afternoon slump. And these are simple ways that you can just create a little bit of space in your day. You're just resting your body and mind a little bit, giving it what it needs so that it can perform better for you. One of the really great ways that you can create a rhythm of rest in your day is to take a tech break. Our devices are always part of our workday. But what if you take a few minutes at the end of your day, maybe while you're making dinner, while you are getting kids ready for sports, to just take a break? No devices, no phone, no tablet, no TV. Just turn everything off. Maybe dinner time is the perfect time to try a tech break. Have everybody put their phones on the island and go to the table to eat. You might even be able to get your teenager to have a conversation. You might even learn something new about your kid. You can do this. Just take 15 minutes. Shut all your devices off and cut back on the distractions. A tech break in the evening is actually going to help you go to sleep. Getting rid of that blue light earlier in the evening will really help your body get into rest mode a lot faster. Another great way to create this rhythm of rest for your day is to practice a wind down routine. Help your body and your mind slow down and get ready for sleep. Turn off your phone, turn off the TV. Maybe grab a good book, a real, live, tangible, hold in your hand book. Maybe a warm beverage. Limit the caffeine. For some people, the caffeine really disturbs their body. For others, they can manage it. But even just a warm decaf tea, a sleep time tea, is a really great way to start down a wind down at night. There is something about nighttime. Our bodies have a natural rhythm when the hormones start to adjust to get you ready for sleep. But having habits that trigger your mind that it's time to go to bed is really helpful. Things like turning off your phone and putting it away, picking up your book, taking a warm bath. You have bedtime routines for your kids, especially if they're little. And they get a bath, a book, and they get a glass of water. These bedtime routines are really important for our kids, and we know that. They're important for us because these routines signal to our body that we're getting ready for bed, that it's time to relax, it's time to unwind. So maybe copy the routine that you have built for your kids. Maybe it's a bath and a book before bed. These habits are going to help you fall asleep faster because we're building this rhythm of rest throughout the day. When you get to nighttime and you have this routine, this wind down, you can really start to understand and see the importance because you will actually sleep better. You might even wake up refreshed. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be the perfect start to a day, to just feel like you could finally feel rested? Now, I think the last thing before we go to bed that's so important is to take a moment to be thankful for the day before you drift off to sleep. Thinking through the day can also help you settle your mind. If you have trouble going to sleep because of all the things that you're thinking about, this is a great time to grab a notebook and just jot down the things that you don't want to forget for tomorrow. Getting that out of your brain actually will let your brain know that it doesn't have to remember it, but you know you won't forget it. So write down the things that you need to remember for the next day. And then take a few minutes to write down the things that you're thankful for. Things that went well that day. Things that you just appreciate from the day, whether it's a beautiful sunrise or blue skies instead of clouds and snow. Or maybe it's something funny that your kid said on the way home from school. Or maybe it's the amazing dinner that you had. Just simple things, 2 or 3 things to write down, will put your mind in the right space to relax and go to sleep. And then on the really hard days, you can go back to what you've written down and remember all the things that you have to be thankful for. These simple habits on a daily basis can help you start to feel more rested, more relaxed, less exhausted and overwhelmed. Because your body, mind, and soul will be more calm and less stressed. This habit is also going to create some amazing, sweet moments in the middle of your day that you'll begin to look forward to. And then rest will actually become easier and more attainable. I hope this has been helpful for you today. Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more about creating margin in your own life, finding the right rhythm for you and your family, please feel free to schedule your free 30-minute refresh and reset call today. You'll find the link in the show notes below. Until next week, take your 15 minutes to create margin for what matters most and rest well.